Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of Vanderpump Rules Season 8, Episode 18, Mercury's in Gatorade. Alright, last week we left off with Beau and Stassi getting engaged and Kristen feeling left out because she wasn't invited or told about it or anything like that. So I don't know what this week has in store for us, but let's get started. Well, this episode opens up at Sir with my favorite manager, Danica, and Ariana. Ariana is behind the bar. Danica tells her that Jax is going to be an hour late, and she doesn't know how he gets away with that. Really? Anyway, then Brett walks in, and his hair is very curly and kind of wild. Danica goes, "Oh, nice hair." And then Ariana goes, "I like your curly hair. How come you never wear it like that?" He goes, "I don't know. You know, my mom's like, you have such a beautiful face. Pull your hair off your face." Okay. So that's why he doesn't wear his hair the way he wants to. How old is he? Like 30-something, right? Okay, now Dayna is talking to Scheana, and she's like, "Oh, how was Palm Springs?" "It was great. You know, we filmed my music video there. It's called One More Time. You know, it's kind of like a baby-making R&B kind of a song." So apparently Brett is in this video with Scheana. In Dayna's confessional, she's like, I don't know what it is with Scheana, why she's like always taking guys to Palm Springs, but whatever. Scheana's like, I'm like, yeah, we're actors, whatever, just like kind of go with it. So Scheana's got some raw footage of the video on her phone without audio, and she's now showing it to Dayna. You guys, it is so pathetic and sad. And you know, I don't want that for my Scheana. I feel like she deserves better, but I mean, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. So in it, anyway, this video, they're on the bed together and Dayna's like, "Oh, wow. Okay. You're just, yeah. You guys are really kind of going for it there, Scheana." "Yeah. And like, I think he kind of snaps my bra off." Dayna goes, "You were topless?" I mean, I might have been there. I don't like remember." And she's loving it. And Dayna's not, of course, gonna give her a reaction. Dayna's just like, "Okay, good for you. That is a video." But the look on Scheana's face is like, sorry. And I don't understand why she can't see how pathetic that is. Because you hired him as an actor to make out with you for a video in front of cameras. It's nothing to get jealous about. It's just so sad. The next scene is at Wipe and Hype with Jax and Tom Sandaval. They're getting their sneakers cleaned. Jax has a whole bag for all of his gym shoes and whatever. They're at this place and they're having a conversation about Kristen saying that she still loves Carter, and Jax goes, "Do you though?" Because Jax knows that Kristen has been seeing some other guys, I guess. Then Jax asks Sandaval if he and Ariana are doing okay. And he's like, "Yeah, man, we're better than ever." "Are you though?" Like, what's going on with Jax? Like, are you bored, Jax? Is that what's happening? Because if you are, maybe you should, like, show up to work on time. If only everyone could have a relationship like yours and Brittany's. Okay, now we're at the dog park with Brittany and Stassi. And first of all, can I just say that Brittany put sunglasses on her dog, and instead of hating it, it was almost the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I hate it, but very, very cute. So Stassi said, "Seriously? I thought I was going to be like the chillest bride ever. This again? What in your past behavior ever gave you the idea that you might be a chill bride, Stassi?" Brittany goes, "Oh, I knew you'd be as bad as me, only double." And it's probably about right. In Stassi's confessional, she said, "Oh, you thought I was bad on my birthday? Just you wait. My wedding is going to be a nightmare." Just like what girl says, "My wedding is going to be a nightmare?" I think that's funny. Anyway, Brittany tells Stassi that she's going to host a big party and she's inviting Kristen. And she said, I hope that doesn't mean you're not going to come. And Stassi said, no, it doesn't mean she's not going to go. But I don't think she's sorry that Kristen wasn't at her engagement party. Now we're back at Sir, and Jax showed up. He is in a mood. Yeah. Scheana walks up. Hi. Want to see my video? And he said, not really. And she's like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I'm just really tired of people not being honest. And she's like, who are you talking about? He goes, Tom and Ariana. I know something's going on there. And she goes, what about Kristen? And he goes, it's her relationship stuff. And she goes, but what is she lying about? Because I think she's been pretty honest about that. And you know Scheana is friends with Kristen. I think she's been pretty transparent. Jax, no, she's not. I took her bait, hook, line, and singer. Scheana starts laughing. Hook, line, and singer. Hey, why bring Ramona into this? God, and his thing with Tom and Ariana is that he doesn't think that they're in a normal relationship. He thinks it's a facade. It looks good on the outside. That's all they care about. But, you know, something weird is going on. And he thinks it's a big mistake that they bought that house together. Again, all relationships don't need to look like yours and Brittany's, nor should they. Aside from that, there might be something going on with Tom and Ariana. Now, Jax is like, you know, I'm a changed person, and I just thought, you know, maybe I could help. But, you know, they're being very closed about it. Nobody's saying anything. Listen, I don't understand miserable Ariana. And Scheana's kind of saying, hey, look, she suffers from depression. That's a chemical imbalance, and, like, she's kind of getting on him, rightly so. And he goes, no, that's fine, that's fine. But I think she uses it for, like, if she doesn't like something, well, then she's depressed. Meanwhile, Ariana, who was teaching Dayna how to mix a drink, they're having a separate conversation. And Dayna said, are you going to Max's beach cleanup tomorrow? Ariana said, no, I'm just going to stay home, make sure I have everything ready for this really nice dinner party that I'm having, and I'm getting all the food ready and stuff. And then she said to Dayna, are you coming or no? And Dana's like, well, would you mind if because I would like to go to Max's thing, and then can I come after that? Back to Scheana and Jax. And Scheana goes, are you coming to Max's beach cleanup tomorrow? And he goes, no, I'm not. And let me tell you why. Because we all live in the valley. Why would we go to the beach? It's a great cause and everything. And she goes, for the animals. I get it. It's a great cause. But why would we all get in our cars, 6 cars, all driving there? All the fumes in the air. It defeats the purpose. All right. Vanderpump dogs, Lala, you know, she's working her ass off there again. Lisa comes in, and Lala said, you know, I'm 10 months sober, and I honestly, Lisa, think that James is really sober this time. I'm really proud of him. Cut over to James and Raquel's apartment, and she's like, oh, where did you find this pink silverware? And he goes, I've been doing things, and I cooked dinner. I've got a filet mignon and roasted potatoes and roasted carrots. He is the one that always cooks. I mean, he always did, even when he was drunk, right? He set up a cute little table with fresh flowers and candles. I don't know yet why, like if it's an anniversary or what, but it's sweet. As they're sitting down to eat, he tells her, I got a text from Max about his beach cleanup, and we're invited. And she goes, that's great. And then he said he just hopes that he's enough. He's happy he's included, but like he hopes that he's enough sober. That is so sad. That just kind of got me, because it makes it like very clear, at least part of the reason why he was drinking is because of insecurity. And I think it's going to be really good for him to do some stuff, discover that he is enough when he's sober. I mean, hopefully he is. Just kidding. It'll be good for him to just see that, yeah, you are enough and you don't need that crutch. Back to Lisa and Lala. Lisa said, I do believe that with his drinking, he lost everything. His job, he lost his friends. Nothing seemed to work. But when he thought he was going to lose Raquel, that seemed to be the thing that made him pull himself together. And Lala's like, yeah, well, you know, whatever works. You could tell that Lala does not think that Raquel is the reason, but anyway, she said, Lisa said that she's cautiously optimistic. Okay, now everyone is at the beach for Max's cleanup day, except they're all sitting on a blanket eating. Hopefully it's just lunch first and then cleaning. Side note, Brittany's there. Yeah, Jax. So much for saving the planet. I'm pretty sure you could have ridden in the same car as Brittany. Just admit you didn't want to go. Okay, so Max explains that the beach is a big part of his life. He grew up in Hawaii and then San Diego and does a lot of surfing. We see a cute little picture of him when he was little. And so, you know, all the plastic in the ocean is really bad for the animals. And also, you know, Max is, swimming in it. So Max would like to not swim with plastic. Is maybe the takeaway here. Katie goes, Max has brought us to do a beach cleanup at possibly the cleanest beach I've ever been to. This beach is cleaner than my house, she said. Okay, it's probably not saying much, but I will say that the beach did look pretty clean to begin with. Okay, now Brett, Dayna, and Lala are talking. And Dayna's kind of teasing Brett, and she goes, tell her how Palm Springs was. And he's like, oh, I did a music video with Scheana. I think the song is called One More Time. You were probably there for hours. You don't even know the name of the song. Little bit weird, but he said, you know, it's about having sex a couple of times. I think that's hilarious. I wrote a song about having sex a couple of times. Dayna goes, apparently one more time. So, I mean, basically the video is just soft porn. I mean, we're seeing more parts of it now, and they're like simulating sex in a bed for, it looks like the whole video. I mean, I haven't seen all of the video, but this is all they're showing us. And then Brett tells Lala and Dayna, I felt a little violated. You didn't look like you felt violated in the video, but, you know, maybe in retrospect. Oh my God, you guys, He goes, yeah, I mean, I had to say no to her a couple times, like when she was licking the earwax out of my ear. Oh. He goes, if I wanted to, I could have had sex with her for that video. And they're like, really? And he goes, yeah. She asked me, do you want a blowjob? And they both went, and he goes, yeah. And I had to say no, and I love blowjobs. Oh, God. That was quite the sacrifice. And also, yeah, you seem real violated. Now we check in with Sandaval and Max tells Tom that Jax has been texting him, it's a dumb idea, why you're doing this. Everybody's mad at you for this. Sandaval goes, let me see your phone. And it's just all these little, like, 1 or 2 word texts. You realize we have to drive 4 hours for this. This is so stupid. It's a dumb idea. I'm frustrated. Okay, now Max and Brett are sitting together, and Max's phone keeps blowing up with texts from Jax. But the first one is the one that's kind of shocking to me. It says, after you're done showing everybody my text like a little girl, you can answer my question. Like, where is Jax? Somewhere else on the beach with binoculars? I'm curious how he knows that Max showed Sandaval his text. Anyway, Max's reply is, everyone is here except you. And Jax's reply is, I do know this. Why don't you skip my pool party Friday? I don't like tattletales. Jax, how dare you make me be on Max's side? Ooh, so Brett tells Max that when he was with Scheana shooting that music video, that she told Brett, just so you know, Dayna told me that she still has feelings for Max. Okay. Scheana, move on. So now I guess, you know, Brett wants Max to tell him how he really feels. And Max is like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't. Meanwhile, Stassi and Beau go over to Dayna. Stassi's like, I heard you're in like a weird love triangle. And Dayna said, listen, I told Brett that I wish I had met you before I met Max. And Stassi's like, oh. in Dayna's confessional, she's like, it's all fun and games when you're like going after the hot guy who's emotionally unavailable. Time out. Who's the hot guy? Anyway, she's like, it's all fun and games until it comes time to have an actual conversation about your feelings. So now it's time, you know, for everyone to go, and Max is thanking everyone for coming, and they're saying, oh, great, thanks for putting this together, Max, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And somebody's like, where's Jax? They're like, he didn't want to come, and Max said, he said it was a dumb idea and that I shouldn't have had everybody come out here to the beach. And Stassi's like, well, just speaking for like me and Beau, we did not think it was a dumb idea. Brittany's like, oh, just ignore him. And somebody else is like, yeah, don't worry about it. Schwartz in his confessional goes, you know, Jax always comes out with like the occasional rage text. That's just always been part of our relationship. And through the course of the years, I've just learned that when I get one, to just delete it and sleep nice and peacefully. So when they come in, I just delete them and all is well. You know, I do that with Katie too. I bet you do. Brittany said that Jax texted her and said, I'm sorry, I should have come. I think it's just Mercury's Gatorade. I don't know if that's Jax trying to say Mercury's in retrograde or if that's Brittany getting it mixed up. But you know what? I would say intellectually they're a pretty good match. So could have been either one of them. There's a little throwaway scene at Sir with Raquel, and I don't remember seeing Raquel at the beach. Maybe she's working because James was there, but I don't know. Maybe I just missed her. Anyway, she's at Sir now, and Lisa comes in, and Lisa is talking to her about James. And Lisa's like, you know, I check on your better half more than I do my own children. I never know if I can trust him. Raquel assures her that he is different this time and that she's not going to put up with it if he drinks again. Okay, now we are at Tom and Ariana's house, and this is the dinner party that Ariana is cooking for. In her confessional, she tells us that she is coping with her depression by focusing on things that she loves, and she loves cooking and entertaining and having friends over, so she's putting everything she's got into that. So it looks beautiful. There's a nice spread. Everyone's starting to come over now. And Sandaval's like, I got a text from Jax, and everyone's like, yeah, what's going on with him? The text says, or I should say texts, because it's this like thread of 1,000 texts where he just says one sentence at a time. He says, if you're talking about me, then don't bother coming to my house. Next text. And if you're not, then you can disregard. Okay, next text. So you did, all caps, exclamation point. Next text, please don't come to my pool party Friday, 2 exclamation points. Is he like bugging people's houses? Like, and the beach? Because how does he know what's happening when he's not there? He's just asking Sandaval, if you're talking about me behind my back, then don't come. But if you're not, okay, that's fine, then disregard this. And then, so you did? So what? I'm dying to know where Jax is getting his information from. Or if he's just like losing his freaking mind. Now Max is reading his texts from Jax. This one says, wow, you're really crying to my wife because you can't come to my house? Really? All caps. Wow, dude. Next text. That was a separate text, by the way. Third text. You aren't coming. 3 exclamation points. Oh my God. I'm sorry, then there's another one. Cry all you want. If somebody compiled a book of Jax's rage texts, I would probably read it. I don't know if I would spend money on it, but I would definitely pick it up from the library. In Scheana's confessional, she said, Jax is just upset because his 40th birthday party is over and his wedding is over and nobody's paying attention to him. So he's just going to start a fight with all his friends. It's classic Jax. Somebody else said that too, about he's not getting the attention that he was getting. I have a feeling there's a lot of truth to that. Because do you guys remember how I was afraid that he kept constantly talking about his dad because it got him attention. I'm not saying he used his dad for attention or that he wasn't really feeling those things about his dad, because I think he was. I think he was genuinely in pain when he lost his dad, and the whole everything surrounding that was bad. That's why he's not talking to his mom anymore. So I definitely think he was in a lot of pain, but when he talked to people about it and he got sympathy and attention, I think there was a point when he crossed a line into maybe feeding off of that attention. So, I mean, there's a lot of validity to the theory that he doesn't like that the focus isn't on him right now. All right, so this is weird. I just thought of something. Dayna acted like she was going to be late to this dinner party because she went to the beach cleanup with Max. Except so did both of the Toms and Katie and Scheana. Actually, everybody at this dinner party was at the beach cleanup except Ariana. So that was a odd conversation to have. I also think it's a little interesting who got invited to this dinner party, because Tom and Katie were there, but Stassi and Beau were not invited. I don't think Jax and Brittany were invited. Kristen wasn't there. I don't know. It was just weird. Brett wasn't there, yet Max was there and Dayna. They were the only newbies, and Scheana was. I don't know. It was an interesting gathering. So now everyone's cleaning up the table, and Max asks Dayna if he can talk to her outside for a minute. If I were to sum up the conversation, it's that Max is trying to tell Dayna that he has feelings for her, but if she likes Brett, that's cool. He doesn't want to get hurt. He did come out and tell her he still has feelings for her, but because he's super, super vulnerable and he probably hates that he's even having this conversation right now, he wants to make sure that she does whatever she wants and that he's going to be fine with it. And she's like, I mean, that's pretty ambiguous, right? I'm getting whiplash here. You're telling me do this, that's okay, but I want this, but I don't care. And he goes, no, I know. It's just, okay. And she said, I don't know what you want me to do. And he goes, well, maybe just like next time you're with Brett, keep your hands to yourself. So I don't know. She's confused because she likes him, unfortunately. Not that she should like Brett. All right, now it's the next day, and we are all at this James May, I don't know, promotional thing for Kristen's business. I'm not sure if she's showing a new collection of her stuff and she's getting people to buy it and trying to sell it online. And it's just like a promotional push, I guess, a kind of a party sort of a thing. I'm not sure who all is going, although I do know that Stassi and Beau and Katie are not going, but Tom Schwartz might be going. Lala is there, Jax and Brittany, Dayna and Brett, Scheana. Okay, so Brett has his hair all curly again. Yeah, I'm with his mom. Not because he has such a beautiful face, but just because his hair looks bad like this. He and Dayna are talking to Scheana, and Scheana said, oh yeah, Brett, by the way, I was just talking to the producer of the music video, and he needs you to come back for just to reshoot one like small thing. And Brett goes, okay, but are you going to be licking my ear, or are we going to have to simulate like sexual situations again? And Sheena's looking at him like, the hell is wrong with you? And she goes, it's called acting, Brett. Don't take it so seriously. And he's like, well, I came there and like just wanted to keep my jeans on, and you're like, take them off. Sheena's like, well, who wears clothes in bed? I wasn't saying like get naked. Well, Sheena's trying to tell Brett that it was also uncomfortable for her and that she just did it because I'm a good actress. That's all. And don't be so cocky, Brett. And he's like, come on, Scheana. You can't tell me that you didn't like licking my ear. I don't know. I believe that she didn't, Brett. That doesn't seem like a real stretch for me. Oh, okay. Jax now finds Max and Sandaval sitting together, and he's like, hey, man, can I talk to you for a second? Can I sit down here? And they're like, yeah. Although both of them look pretty scared, I'm going to admit. And he goes, oh, listen, I'm really sorry for my behavior. When I'm wrong, I'm the first to admit it. But I gotta tell you, it's not you at all, but like I'm going through something where I'm going through some mental problems here. And I'm angry all the time. All the time. I call it an episode. Yes, I call it episode 18. In Sandaval's confessional, he goes, yeah, knowing Jax as long as I have, I'm pretty sure that this is all BS. And he's just saying it to get pity and to get out of like his bad behavior. Well, now Jax, the tornado, has gone to wreak havoc and cause destruction over by Kristen. He starts in with her about this guy that she had sex with, and it's on tape. So it wasn't just emojis that he sent her. It wasn't just a text that Carter saw. She had sex with him and it was on tape. And she goes, that was 4 years ago, and Carter knows that. We get this flashback to like that she was upset about Stassi and Katie again, or Stassi's engagement. I don't know. And she called Carter and they had sex. And I guess that was 6 hours ago. So she's got a problem. She uses Carter as a booty call, and then I don't know if she has really true feelings for him. I don't know what's going on. But you know what? I don't care. And Jax shouldn't either. We're all adults here. It really doesn't concern you. She's not having sex with Brittany. So, you know. Oh, you guys. Who was that he found in bed with Brittany? It was like 2 seasons ago, maybe 3? Shoot. It was probably Lala. I wish I could remember stuff. Anyway, now Brittany comes over and Kristen's mad and she's like, how does he know? And Brittany goes, he didn't hear from me. And Jax is like, her friend, I heard it from her friend or whatever. It was stupid, but Jax is furious that Kristen isn't telling the truth. In Kristen's confessional, she said, yeah, of course I had sex with that guy, but I'm not going to tell Jax because he's got a big mouth. I don't know. This is Jax wanting everyone to be transparent, but this is all part of Jax's episode. Right? He just apologized for rage texting Max and Sandaval, and now he goes and attacks somebody else. I don't know, man. Side note, I love the t-shirt that Brittany is wearing. I know it's a James May, but do you guys remember their trip to Solvang? So this is so cute. It says, you're Solvang. You probably think this tea is about you. And I love it, but I am very, very curious if Brittany knows that that t-shirt is referencing the song You're So Vain. I highly doubt it. It's still really cute though. Well, now everybody, Charli and Brett and Jax and Lala, I mean, they're all standing around talking about it. Lala seems to know a lot about it. And Kristen comes up and she said, could you not do this like right by my booth here where I'm trying to sell stuff, please? So Jax is like, well, you got to yell at everybody because everybody's talking about it. And anyway, he leaves and he's like, boy, for somebody who wants honesty, she sure isn't very honest. And he's talking to like strangers throughout this place, and Brittany's following him and she's like, Jax, what is wrong with you? I mean, maybe he does have some mental thing going on. Okay, now we're back at Sir, and James comes in, sits down, and he wants to sit in Raquel's section. Then Lisa comes in and James invites her to sit down. She sees that he's drinking a Coke. She doesn't trust him. She takes it from him, takes a sip, and she's like, okay. And so then Raquel comes to the table and she goes, oh, Lisa, would you like a rosé? And Lisa said, does the Pope have a balcony? Raquel, what? In her confessional, she goes, I don't get it. Does everybody know that the Pope drinks rosé on his balcony? All right. Some of you have suggested that that was an act that Raquel is putting on. I hope you're right. James is saying, you know, Raquel really likes it here. And he goes, yeah, I just wish that yeah, well, I don't know. And she goes, what? Just tell me, what do you wish for? And he doesn't really say it. Lisa talks about how in the past when he's begged for his job back, and, you know, he would start off very sweet and then he'd get really demanding, and we got to see a whole montage of that. And she said this time felt really different. And so she said, you know, we don't have a DJ for tonight. Maybe you could do it. And he gets this big grin on his face. I hope he's sober, guys. I think he is. Anyway, he's going to DJ there tonight, so that's good. Now we're back at Jax and Brittany's house, and she's trying to figure out why he's acting the way he's acting, and he's like, I don't know, I just go through these periods, and he goes, I smoke a lot, and then I get really hungry, I gain weight, and then I'm like taking Adderall to lose the weight, and he goes, I can't win. Okay. I mean, yeah, not living your life like that, maybe. And Brittany's crying, and he's like, why are you crying because I'm mean to other people? I'm not being mean to you. She said, I just don't want you to slip back into your old ways. And he goes, what old ways? And she goes, being mean. And he's like, look, we're going to fight. That's what marriage is. I mean, it's not Leave It to Beaver. I'm not June Cleaver and Ward Cleaver. You're definitely not June Cleaver. And he goes, if you want that, we can't do that living here. We'll have to go back to Kentucky. And she's just crying, and that is where this episode ends. So, you know, I mean, he really kind of made it about him after all, didn't he? I would say the bulk of this episode was about Jax. If you liked this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to Jill Informed, I would love if you would do that. Click on the bell icon to get notified every time I have a new video out. And as always, leaving a comment down below is so great for me. I read them all, even when I don't get a chance to answer them. Promise you that I have read everything, and I try to get to them as quickly as I can and to as many as I can. All right. I hope you will join me next week for the next recap of Vanderpump Rules. Please stay safe, stay home, wash your hands. Love you guys. Bye.